So at 1 o'clock, if you look closely, you'll see the white chest of my dark brown dog nestled in his new favorite spot. He's been finding that there's bunches of leaves in certain places, like right nestled in those boulders is another bunch of leaves, which are very soft to lie on. And his father, I don't know, Pancho, my last dog, loved leaves. Oh my God, Pancho was crazy about leaves. Would burrow in a pile of leaves. Just get under them, just disappear into the leaves. And that's my throne, my boulder where I love to sit, where I was sitting just a couple minutes ago. God formed this boulder in the shape of my ass for some reason, thousands of years ago, knowing that I would come and sit here. Here's two of my drinks. One that the plastic bottle I forgot up there last night, and it was sitting there when I got up here. And we got, look at these trees. Look at these trees. Nothing like these trees in Appalachia. Fabulous woods in Appalachia, but these are more like sequoias or something. Maybe they are. I don't know what they are. They're incredible trees. So it's the anniversary of us being in the mountains. We spent from March of 20 to May of 21 in the Appalachian Mountains, in the high mountains that got as high as 6,000 or 7,000 feet. Look at how steep that is. This range goes up to 12,000 feet. I don't know if that's at this end. We're kind of at the north end of this range of mountains that runs north and south in Mexico. And there's another major range, higher, even higher mountains by the Pacific coast, the Sierra Madres. I've been dreaming more and more. I think I've had night dreams and day dreams about the mountains, because our 2 years away from the mountains, we've had all kinds of fabulous experiences and fallen deeply in love with the ocean. And that's where I want to live, is by the ocean. But when we realized that Victoria here has mountains, and I thought, it looks like the mountain range may come close to Victoria. Yeah, like walking down the main drag, they just rise up. And our drive out here yesterday was very dreamlike, because everything we saw was little Mexican villages. Nothing resembled America at all. And the roads got more challenging, and this road, some of it is quite challenging. There are times I thought it ended, but true to other experiences I've had, if you just keep going, don't assume that it's a dead end. There would be a curve in the road that I couldn't see from where I was. And this road runs along this river, and it climbs. We walked probably a mile this morning, and it climbs higher, and there's another campsite up there that we'll stay at tonight. On the other side of the river, the road crosses over the river, so we'll be on the left side. I don't know, east from west. I grew up in Chicago, which was a grid, and you could tell which direction was which. And I just walked into this, and fortunately had my hat on. I am high, babe. Oh my God, I'm so happy, so over the moon. I'm not trying, but I set an intention to stay coherent to the average person in this video. And it's easy for me to walk over all this very rough terrain, because I've got lots of practice at it over 3 years, especially that first year in the mountains. And something. And something. Keep talking, John. Keep saying English words. I've started to just do my muttering to myself in Spanish more. There was a period on Padre Island a few months ago that I was doing that. I was just everything I would mutter, because I do talk to myself after 3 years on the road with just a dog. And being an extrovert, I keep myself company. So on South Padre Island for a while, I was doing all my muttering in Spanish. And then I got sloppy and stopped practicing. Partly because I couldn't find the right app. One that would be conversational only. So I could practice while I'm driving. But Pimsleur, looks like Pimsleur is going to be that. And I'm going back to my practice of thinking. When the Martins lived with me, the Guatemalan family that lived with me 30 years ago in Chicago, I remember there was a period where I noticed myself thinking in Spanish. That'll happen again. Magic loves exploring. So Magic came from green area. Magic came out of the swamps on the 17th. Magic, it's your birthday, babe. I'm gonna cry. It's your birthday. 1 year with me. 2 days after Pancho died, I found Magic in a swamp. What a year we've had. Can't believe it's a year that dog's been with me. And now, the punk, the little puppy, who I think is going to turn out to be a pit bull, which I love pit bulls. He's still asleep. He sleeps a lot. He sleeps a lot. I ended my last tape saying we had a big wrestling match in the bed this morning. And his teeth are sharp and they do hurt. And I'm really learning how to rest. My hand is his opponent, or his puppy mate, wrestling with him. How to get my hand out of the way so he doesn't hurt me too much. But, and I cuddle him lots of times. And he loves to cuddle also. Especially if he comes out looking like a pit bull. We gotta not make people think he's aggressive. But I was playing the tug game that a dog trainer taught me to do with my dog Bobby 20 years ago. That they've got to get their aggression out. So you play tug and growl and growl. And so I growled first, and then he growled. It's the first time I've heard him growl. And then he let out a couple of little puppy barks. I said, yes, good. Because 4 days ago, you were acting like you didn't know whether you wanted to live or not. And your life spirit is coming back so strong, so strong. And Magic and I took our walk without him this morning. He was sleeping in the van, which is great. Because we need old times, just like it used to be. Daddy and doggy, right? You're my doggy. And he's just a little punk. And Magic getting more and more tolerant with him. Pepe, are you awake? You've been sleeping for a long time. Pepe! His favorite spot to sleep is way back in that corner. And from that corner, he has learned that he can claw his way up on the sheets. There's a wheel hub right under the pillow there. I have to keep moving that pillow because when I leave my pillow there, he can't get up. But he has learned how to go up to the bedroom by clawing his way. And we laundered the sheets yesterday, and they weren't hanging down. There's a puppy. I see a puppy. He's up. Pepe. So, outdoors forgives indoors. Paul Reps said that back in the 70s. Zen flesh, Zen bones. The shortest of his little, they're not formal haiku, they're not 575, but short, very short Zen poems. And the shortest one, the one that made the most impression on me, outdoors forgives indoors. Get out of the van. It was blowing real hard, and at one point this morning it got real dark and it looked like it might storm, and I got us all closed up because the doors were all open last night. Oh, I didn't finish the story. The two rangers walked by last night, and I think they're the same ones who told me I couldn't stay overnight, and I thought they were going to roust me out. No, they were doing a wellness check. They just wanted to make sure I was okay. Because really where you have to leave by 9 is the tame part of the park where you first come in.